What Ruben Amorim did after Man United vs Forest was a masterclass in management. It set the tone. As Gary Neville calls Benjamin Sesko useless. It was a bittersweet day out for Manchester United away at Nottingham as they salvaged a point in a game that they expected to win all three from. A first-half goal by Casemiro was turned on its head by a nightmare 2-minute salvo by Nottingham Forest soon after the second half began. What he did immediately after the game in the press conference was a masterclass in management, as it set the tone. Ruben Amorim controls the Man United narrative. When Man United were on a 3-game winning streak, Amorim made it a point to make sure that there was no pomp and show about the same. He wanted to keep the players grounded because, as the Forest draw proved, this team is still very much a work in progress. However, he liked what he saw from his team because they fought back for a point instead of collapsing. Knowing that every point dropped at United brings the vultures out, calling for a crisis, he immediately took control in the post-match press conference and set the tone. Instead of lamenting about the draw, he forced the narrative towards a positive tone, raving about the mentality of his team, and the questions that followed from the journalists naturally became positive. There was no player blaming, digging anyone out, or looking for culprits. Because of Amorim's proactiveness, the conversation became about United's growth and the next steps in that journey. Amorim took a page out of Sir Alex Ferguson's playbook. Masterful handling of the media was the bread and butter for Sir Alex Ferguson and a key reason why he could shield the players from the intense scrutiny that follows the club. As the results are getting better and is gaining the confidence of his players, Amorim is also starting to show the same nous in dealing with the media. He would have known that the journalists in that room were waiting to see a weakness in his armor after dropping points, and he preempted it to take control of the narrative. As a result, there are no talks about a weak performance from a player, or what needs to be changed, since 10 points out of 12 is still a good run of form. The focus shifts to Spurs now with a mindset of growth, rather than an attitude of doom-mongering and finger-pointing at drop points. Amorim has controlled the narrative and steered it for the betterment of the club. In other news, Gary Neville can't hide the fact he thinks Man United star is useless. Gary Neville tried desperately to not go all in on a struggling Manchester United player, but in the end, he couldn't stop himself from launching a volley of criticisms. Man United saw their 3-match winning streak in the Premier League come to an end on Saturday. Struggling Nottingham Forest, who fired more managers, too, than matches they've won this season, held United to a 2-2 draw at the City Ground. Man United could exact the ultimate revenge by signing Forest's best player in January, but more on that later. Summer signings Bryan Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha both played well without grabbing a goal or assist. Mbeumo has already been branded the signing of the summer across all top-flight sides by The Telegraph. But Benjamin Sesko, chosen to spearhead the attack, did not put his best foot forward. The £77.6 million signing drew another blank and has now scored just twice in 11 appearances for his new side. Speaking on NBC Sports post-match, Man United legend, Gary Neville, tried his best to not pile in on the misfiring frontman. "I'm no further forward with him. The jury is out," began Neville. But after insisting it's too early to tell whether Sesko is a hit or a miss, Neville then declared Sesko is well off it, looks awkward, has no first touch and is not doing enough in general. Neville continued, he's well off it compared to the other summer signings that Man United made up front in Cunha and Mbeumo. He looks awkward. He had a couple of really good opportunities in the first half when balls got played over the top and his touch wasn't quite right. For £80 million, you can say he's young, has a lot of potential and is only just settling in, but you still want to see a bit more. Was Benjamin Sesko really that bad? According to FotMob, Sesko was statistically the joint worst Man United starter in the clash with Forest. His 6.1 rating tied him with Sen Lamens, who conceded 2 goals from just 3 shots on target. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.